guys, and welcome to a new episode of Instagram Q&A time. I asked you guys questions on my Instagram profile, and now I'm gonna answer as many good ones as possible. And remember, a lot of these I've already answered in a full-length video, so if I have, I'll refer to it and I'll put it down in the description. For instance, if you ask me what my favorite sex position is, and I say doggy style, I'll also let you know that I did a whole video on it and link it in the description. Easy as that. All right, let's do this. Robert LaPrime 2 asks, what is your favorite song and who is it by? It is really hard to say what my favorite song is because I like so many bands and so many songs and it changes all the time. But the song that I often say is my favorite is My Letter by Flaw. It's something Jay showed me when we first met and I had it on repeat back then. If not that, then something by Slipknot or Pink Floyd, probably. Or Mona Marth. Hero. That's a good one. Or Vigil by Lamb of God. I don't know, it's really hard. Virus of Life by Slipknot, I have so many favorite songs. Concrete Jungle Jaw asks, when did your love for video games start? I was really young, like really young. My parents had an old Atari and they showed me that and I played Pitfall, I think was the first game I ever played, and since that point, which I think was before I could walk, I've been addicted to video games. When I really started falling in love with video games though, was when I got a Super Nintendo and my dad got me the Super Mario Bros. All-Stars cartridge. Super Mario Bros. 3 is the best thing in the world and I never got very far in 2 because, let's face it, Super Mario Bros. 2 is a little weird. Dan Windsor asks, most painful sex position? Doggy style probably, that's why I like it so much. Oh yeah. Or the pile driver. Anything with choking. Kevin Jacob Anderson asks, what's your favorite type of workout? Mine is burpees. So I have a few answers to this. I do a lot of cardio, and recently at the gym at my apartment complex, there's this bike that has a video game attached to it, and you have like ghosts going on the same path as you, so you're trying to beat the ghosts and the other players. And then there's like a bunch of different mini games. And there's one where you're tiny and squirrels are like gigantic. Combining video games with working out is like the best thing that's ever happened. The first time I used that thing, best workout I ever got. Aside from that, I like doing lower back hyperextensions. That's that thing where you sit on the thing and you go down and up, and you flex your butt and your back. And I also like doing tricep extensions on all fours. You know, the one where you bend over and you extend your triceps like this with a dumbbell? Because I can look in the mirror and see my butt, and I love that shit. I feel like I've mentioned that before. Austin Og asks, what size is too small and what size is too big? I have done a whole video on this topic, which will be down in the description. Anyway, too small would be anything under average, which is 5.5 inches, and I don't think there's a too big. I feel that at any size, you can always make it work. Those are just my personal preferences. Some girls say that 7 is too big, and 3 is too small or something. I am a size queen. 600 Boy Edwin asks, what is your best memory in high school? My best memory in high school was going to college. I went to college in my junior year instead of going to high school through this program called Running Start that allowed me to expedite the AA degree process. So I was finishing my high school credits and getting credits toward my AA degree, which at the end I turned into a personal training certification, and I never finished because my modeling career took off. But anyway, high school wasn't great for me. I don't like drama, and I didn't have a ton of friends because I was like super different. So when I started going to college and everyone was like minding their own business and the campus was huge, it was kind of freeing. And then I came back to graduate and I had like fake tits and got voted most likely to become famous, which was cute. My high school is kind of ghetto. Gaming Wolf 352 asks, what is your favorite part of your body? Okay, so a lot of the times I would say my boobs or my lips or my eyes or something like that, but really I love my vagina. If I'm standing upright and you're just like looking at me naked, it doesn't even look like I'm anatomically correct. It's like so compacted in there, none of those hanging meat curtain things, and it's just like so pretty. I have such a pretty vagina, and I don't think vaginas in general are very pretty. I find penises to be much sexier, obviously because I'm, you know, semi-heterosexual or more heterosexual than I am lesbian, but I just think my vagina is so cute, so I would have to say my vagina. Mac Killo asks, do you give good head? Yes, I do. CN Havera asks, have you ever recorded yourself during sex? Just so you can review the performance. Not for that reason, but I have recorded myself having sex before. It was a long time ago and it was on one of those like mini cassettes that you would stick into like a camcorder, and then I kind of like lost it and nobody uses that technology anymore, so it's like gone. If I had a setup, like if I was a cam girl and I had a setup to record myself that was really easy, like next to my bed or my couch or something, I would record myself all the time. But honestly, like I feel like recording yourself is a little bit of a hassle. Instead of just like getting it on in the moment and enjoying yourself, you have to like set it up and then light it, and then you press play, and then you have to review it, maybe edit it. It's like stupid. That's how I would feel about video games if I had to set up the setup I used to record my video games every single time. I would be like, fuck this, let's just play. RubberTongue888 asks, if you could start your own company, what sort of business would it be? Hopefully that's not a common question. Heart, heart, heart. Rubbertongue's such a little slut. Anyway, if I was gonna start my own business, aside from all of the things that I've done already, I've always wanted to open my own gym, but recently I've also thought of opening like this like nerd den. So I've been to a bunch of comic book stores and tabletop gaming stores, and then I've also been to like LAN areas for like StarCraft and League of Legends. And I think it would be really cool to combine all types of gaming in one like giant warehouse. And then make it kind of adult too, like sexy stuff. But you could have like one area with all the computers set up for LAN parties. You can have like giant TVs on the wall and like a bar to watch sports games. You could have a tabletop area, miniatures area, Magic the Gathering tournament area, a place where you can play console games like on beanbags and stuff, and then a place you can rent and read comic books. I think it would be really amazing to make like a nerd haven, a gigantic one. So yeah, that's what I would do. Maybe I will one day. Grown Veldboss asks, do you like onesies? I love onesies. There's crazy wind outside. Ryan Pilcher asks, if you could only listen to 2 albums the rest of your life, what would they be? Holy shit. Slipknot Volume 3, whichever is the second newest Amon Amarth album, and Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. Had to name 3. Christian 1097 asks, which video game character do you think would make the best lover and why? Well, based on evidence, I would definitely say Kratos, because Kratos is always leaving bitches pleased, he pleases more than one bitch at a time, and he's super manly, so totally do it for me. But the fact that every game he satisfies more and more bitches at a time, even Aphrodite, leads me to believe that he knows what he's doing in bed. Oswald Ryder asks, why am I dead on the inside? Because you don't touch yourself at night. Jacob Wood asks, hey Tara, when did you and Jay meet? I was in 9th grade, he was in 11th grade, and we were in Spanish class. I copied off of his paper because I did not give a shit about Spanish, and the teacher found out we copied. And then we started talking and he made me laugh and he had a big dick, so it was good. Oh my god, I wish it would stop reloading. Countryboy1228 asks, aside from gaming, what is one of your favorite hobbies? Improving my appearance, learning things, and reading about serial killers. Yep. Salazar HH asks, who is your celebrity crush? It's always been Ben Affleck. He also asks, who other than Slipknot would you like to be in the front row of a concert of? So honestly, I'm not really into the mosh pit, and I also would probably die in the mosh pit, so being in the front row is technically not something I do at metal concerts, but I wish I could go back in time and go to a Pink Floyd concert in their prime. That I could be in the front row of because there's no moshing. If not that, Rammstein. I want that like fake pee drizzled all over me. Fuck yeah, Till Lindemann. He also asks, would you consider shooting a calendar this year for 250 patrons? Classy and sexy, nothing dirty. I feel like calendars are too dated. That's why I've never done one. I could do like a special edition, like photo set of things that you guys suggest, or we could do something really cool, but I don't think a calendar is the best. Maybe like posters and stuff. That'd be cool. I also want to say thank you for the questions, Nino. You are the best. Zachamore1 asks, is there any video game series you wish you were more into? I honestly wish I was more into all first-person shooters because then I would get more views on YouTube. But I just can't love them. I don't know. They always just feel like the same bullshit, and like the community that likes them is often just like 12-year-old boys that like to talk shit that don't play any other video games. I wish I was just into more like of the mainstream games in general. I like some mainstream franchises, but a lot of them are just like, ugh, same old shit. Leopard Nation 976 asks, what is the longest dick you've ever had sex with? 9 inches. The new guy asks, did you ever get caught by your parents while you're fingering yourself? No, I've never got caught by my parents doing anything really. There was this one time that I was having sex with a boy who I was cheating on another boy with at my house after school, and my mom came home early and I made him jump out of my window so that we wouldn't get caught. But other than that, nah. And last question by Dingo Pingo, he asks, what is your motivation to work on yourself, both mind and body / booty? It comes from within really. Like if you don't want to change yourself, you're not gonna change yourself. For me, it's just wanting to look good, feel good, and know things. I'm like a knowledge junkie. So watching knowledge videos, learning facts, reading about things that interest me, it's just as exciting as like getting a new lip gloss or some plastic surgery or losing some weight. It's all bettering myself and it makes me happy. I'm like, yeah! But sometimes I lack motivation and then I just remember how badly I want it and just try to focus. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this month's Instagram Q&A. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and remember we do this every single month. So this is the March edition. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Tara Babcock, because that's how you ask questions. I hope this has been enlightening for you. See you next month. Love you guys.